now. Okay, guys, so we missed an episode because of technical errors, and we came out with a 3-hour video of me talking to myself. Not very fun. No context to what was going on, so we're going to do a quick little plot synopsis to catch up on what happened last time into our foray into the world of darkness. Youko found herself in a room slowly filling with blood, distorted voices all around her, asking that question, why? And the blood slowly began to creep up, and just as it reached her nose, she woke up in a cold sweat, realizing she was safe back in her room. Knowing that she wouldn't be able to go back to sleep, and knowing that dawn was soon to break, that didn't sounds awkward. She began to pace down the hallways as Raven could hear her from within her room. Coffee. She needed coffee. Something, anything to, just get the day started. A distraction, basically. And so she made some, using the last bit of the coffee that she had. And then gazingly, God damn it.
Ooh! Don't do that, man.
And then gazing disappointedly into the empty coffee container. From there, she heard a beeping in her pocket as she brought out her phone. "I'm outside," a message read. It was from her boss, Miss Riley. Well, it's about time she decided to show up, so Youko made her way outside. Hey, what's up? One second. There's no chairs, dude. They took all the chairs. I don't know where they took them.
I'm not bigger.
It's a good thing I have my fucking mic muted. Okay. So she made her way outside, and she found Miss Riley standing up against her car. I thought you'd never reply to my messages. I told you I'd be out of town. Busy. Too busy to send a text. Yeah. From there, they had a bit of a talk. Yuko's mental state slowly trickling out, and then Miss Riley asked the strangest question. "So, who did you off?" This caught her completely off guard, and she asked, "How did you know?" Your friend that can see auras? Well, I can do something similar to that, and I can see it around you. Death. It's a long story. Do you want some coffee, some caffeine to go with your nicotine? Sure. And they went to go inside, but as they did, Miss Riley gasped in pain and grabbed her side. Youko reflexively asked, are you all right? And she took her hand from her wound, and it was just soaked in blood. What happened to you? I was shot, Youko. Someone tried to kill me, so I killed them. Are you going to be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Let's go inside. And they went inside and they began to enjoy some coffee, but that's when they noticed this really odd smell. What was the smell exactly, Micah?
I believe it was mandrake from Raven's crafts that she was making. The magical amulet, or not even magical, the protective amulets.
Don't mind that. It's just my roommate doing her thing. So you seem to know a lot about this supernatural stuff. Why don't you tell me the truth? Because you can't handle the truth. You're not ready. Don't I deserve to know? Oh, if I had it my way, I'd tell you everything, but you're just not ready. I think that conversation went something like that, right, Micah?
Basically, she implied that there were rules or laws that she had to abide by, and that she could be hurt if she went against those rules, and then kind of refused to elaborate further.
But before Youko could prod any further, they beheld the gloriousness of a strutting monitor lizard as it waltzed into the room, one leg at a time. What is that? That's my roommate's pet. Don't worry, he's nice. Youko replies. Skipping ahead a bit, Miss Riley left after confirming that there was nothing else to really chat about. And from there, well, the tension just began to rise. Unknown to Youko this entire time, Raven had been listening intently in on their conversation. That is correct, right? Like, she was listening to what was going on, right?
Yeah, and she heard you and Riley reminisce about killing people. Was very uncomfortable by that.
I can imagine, yes. Anyways, from there, she came out, and I really don't remember a whole lot about what Marie said. Marie, would you like to elaborate about what exactly it is that you said? You're muted, by the way.
I don't remember exactly. It was basically, it was we had a couple of conversations. Youko and Raven had a couple of conversations that were like, Raven did not understand what was happening, and so she was just pretty much angry at Youko for being reckless and running into that house without a plan or anything, and what she saw as just like shooting the owners, and the dog, and needlessly, and just murdering people needlessly because you couldn't just wait. So, and Youko kind of, I think, tried to express why she was in such a hurry and stuff, but she's a little crazed, and so Raven wasn't really getting it.
And she said something along the lines of, I didn't ask you to follow me into that house. And if you were in my situation, and if you were me, you would have done exactly the same thing, in a very pissed off tone.
Yes.
As well. She was not very happy.
No, and so the way that conversation ended, we were just very angry at each other, and I think actually Youko might have stormed out of the apartment.
She left right after Beth woke up, and after being rudely woken by our screaming at each other.
Beth woke up while we were arguing, and then went out for a run.
After that, Youko, not really having anywhere else to go, decided to go and make her way to the train station, just to wait out the rest of the day, because she wanted her answers. She texted Beth and Raven, "Hey, I'll be at the train station, waiting for tonight. If either of you two want to show up." Beth asked something to the effect of, "Are you okay?" "Oh, I'm just peachy." Fantastic. And then she dropped the conversation after that. The night came, the train arrived, Youko boarded, and as expected, weird shit started happening again. It kind of seems to be a trend that happens. Where she goes, weirdness follows. And before too long, there Ellsworth was again. "You did it," he said. Or would you like to express what he said, Micah? I think you have Ellsworth's voice way better than me.
I can't really remember, to be honest.
Okay.
This recap is mostly for my sake, I feel.
Okay, that's fair enough. "You did it. I can't feel Burgess's presence anymore. You actually did it. Where are Raven and Beth? They decided not to come. But I'm sure you already knew that," Youko said. "You don't know how much good you've done. I mean, you've saved so many people." And there was a bit of a silence between them as those words fell. "But you didn't do this for other people, did you?" he asked, in a much nicer tone than that. "No, I did it for me. Now tell me what I want to know. Tell me anything that could help me." "Well, I'm not sure exactly how much my knowledge will be able to help you, but I'll do what I can. Tell me what you need to know, what you're wondering about. And at this point, Youko, in an attempt to express herself, pretty much had like a mini breakdown. She said something along to the effect of, I don't know. There's so much I don't understand. I want my life back. And Ellsworth, he wasn't really able to provide too much useful information. But that was okay, because Youko had it in her mind that he was being as genuinely helpful as he knew how to be. But he did offer a piece of advice, that was to go to the library, that he had hidden some of his books away there, and that maybe they might hold some sort of knowledge they'd be able to use, or at the very least, they might be able to sell them for rent money. And so, after comforting Youko, Ellsworth said his presumably final goodbyes as the train came to a stop. Youko made her way home, and the next day, her and Beth made their way to the library, while Raven made her way to visit her... who were you visiting, Raven?
The high priest of her church.
The high priest.
Lily Cauldron.
Lily Cauldron, yes. While at the library, we followed the symbols that Ellsworth had clued Youko in on. It wasn't too hard to find. I mean, she knew what she was looking for. And she found this door, this entrance that was presumably only a staff-only area. A man with these crooked teeth, but they were white, too, like he constantly brushed them, took good care of his teeth. "Can I help you?" he asked. And Youko decided she was going to try a different approach. She was tired of, lying to people. There's a book in here that I need. Can I go and get it? And the conversation went on for a bit, and it ended with something very enigmatic. There are certain things that you should just not involve yourself with, girl. So if you know what's good for you, then don't. Something along those lines. Because Youko, the man wanted to know why Youko wanted these books, but, she wasn't able to express why. She just can't do it, for whatever reason. But that wasn't going to stop her. Her and Beth hatched a plot involving belt buckles and screws and air vents. I guess if it happens before, it's fated to happen again, right? And so, using Beth as a distraction, she pushed over a bookshelf, causing just a cataclysmic chain of events as Youko began to unscrew the air vent cover and crawl into the events. "What are you doing, miss?" a voice asked. She looked over to see this kid, just like staring at her. I'm a janitor here. Going into the air vent. As she continued to screw away at the screws. "Can you hurry up? I want to get a drink of water." So she was quickly trying to make herself make her way into this event. All the while, Beth is being tackled by this Marine Corps person, woman. Needless to say, librarian wasn't
One
too
of
happy.
the librarians was a former Marine, presumably.
Presumably. Or maybe she's just a really, big fan of the Marines. Anyways, that's besides the point. She got into the event, and then she got stuck. But thankfully, Youko can dislodge her joints at will, because she's a double-jointed motherfucker. And she made her way down into that place. From
Archives.
the archives. And boy, oh boy, did she have a surprise. No wonder that librarian didn't want her going down there, because it was a bloodbath. There was a, boxed-in area with this glass, and you could see inside it, all of the walls were just covered with blood. But that didn't matter. She was here for books, and she was going to get her fucking books. So after calling up Beth to try and get past this alarm system, and Beth, completely and utterly failing, giving her the wrong directions, in fact, about how to unlock the security, she still managed to do it. And she got in just as somebody came down into the archives. But she grabbed all of the books she could find. She found like 4 or 5 or 6 of these things down there. She just grabbed them and ran off as quietly
It
as
was
possible.
4, I believe.
4 books, yeah. And she grabbed them and ran off as fast as she could, sneaking past the librarian that was coming down into the archives deftly, going unnoticed, like a shadow in the night. As cliche as that sounds, but it was pretty fucking good. Do you want to do a quick recap about what the conversation with the High Priestess was? Because I was not there for that, so I have no idea.
I can basically give kind of a summary. I'm not as good at recapping as you are.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Marie.
I don't remember the whole conversation. But
Well, I don't either, so it works.
Basically, Raven went to see her and Raven Raven took the book that she had taken out of the sarcophagus, and she just laid it out for her mentor. Just told her everything from like Ellsworth living across the hall up through the the night before with the killings and all the stuff coming out of the walls and everything. Told her everything, and her and Lily Cauldron kind of just didn't know what to think about that, and didn't really, I think, kind of gave Raven the impression that she would like to believe her, but it was just a little bit too unbelievable kind of a thing. And so she figured that maybe Lily thought that, that they, misunderstood something or something. Basically told her that as far as the communication with Ellsworth was concerned, that she thought that, basically communication with spirits and ghosts was more, it wasn't that straightforward, wasn't that easy to understand, that kind of thing. So didn't really feel like that is how, communication with spirit would go. And really thought that the best thing for Raven to do would be to call the police. And Raven did say, that that Youko had said, that the people in the house were like, these zombie people that we had seen at the apartment. And and Raven knew that, those people were, not of this world, or there was something, supernatural or unnatural about them. And Lily asked her how she knew that, and Raven told her, that she had that power to kind of be able to tell that. And Raven got the distinct impression that Lily didn't really believe that power either. So she really just tried to convince her to call the police. She also, was worried about Raven's safety. Living with Youko, she really, was pretty concerned about Yuko's state of mind, which Raven was as well, but I think Raven had a little bit more, had a little bit more history or whatever with Youko, so was a little more trusting of her than Lily was. So, but really thought that was the best thing to do. So that was basically all the advice that Raven got from her mentor, was to call the police and to, get away from Youko. And so Raven left there disappointed, because that's not what she was really hoping to hear. So yeah, that was that conversation. I don't know, did I miss anything important, Micah?
You mentioned that she told you to go to the police, right?
Yeah.
No, that sounds like a good recap of that.
Okay.
I think one thing that I remember that was an addition was that she said, "I'm sure you'll do the right thing," which to me sounded a little bit like a threat. Like, if you don't, I probably will. That was kind of what I got. Maybe that's not what she was implying, but if I had been there, which I wasn't. That is that would have Take it from that.
Just what we need: librarians and cops, and God knows what else.
Yeah, I think Raven probably did leave with a little bit of worry that, that if she didn't call the cops, that Lily would, at some point. I don't know, if it was really a threat or whatever, but that there was enough concern there about what was going on, kind of a thing.
Okay, so after that, just what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Rushing away from the library. Let's say that they booked it away from the library, guys. After booking it away back to the apartment, Youko, in a frenzy, just started shooting out messages to Miss Riley and to Raven. Meet me back at the apartment. I need your help with something. And once there, she began on a frenzy trying to explain herself, but she's so incoherent in her babbling. Just help me with this one thing, and I'll leave. You'll never have to see me again. Just please help me. And Raven, of course, is like, you got to start making sense. I don't understand what is going on. And Hugo brought out her, this gymnast uniform that she had owned many years prior. And she's just like, use your power on this. You'll see what I'm talking about, right? You can do that, right? And, of course, Raven, trying to understand, of course, uses her power. But it's so old, the memory is kind of worn, and all she sees is just blood, like a violent scene, a scene of violence that occurred. So she really hadn't learned anything else new. And being pushed to the edge, Yuko's madness really broke through. They stole my destiny, and I want it back. Please, you gotta help me. She just began to just break down and just to a sobbing wail, pretty much. Beth, of course, tried to comfort her friend. Miss Riley sort of just looked away, maybe in discomfort or disgust. I'm really not too sure. I don't remember the exact details, but she seemed uncomfortable about the whole situation. And we ended off with everybody reading through the books that we had acquired. And I remember I had an exceptional success, and I'm not sure what everybody else got for that.
Well, Beth was helping you.
This is true.
Miss Riley was reading Burgess's Black Book, and Raven had stormed off to her room to read the Boston Workings portfolio. I
was reading The Eyes on the Wall, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you were reading What the World is Made of.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah, all right. I thought I was. Okay, got it.
And you still have the light-footed condition?
I do.
So that lasts until you use it, basically. And it gives you a +2 on the next stealth.
Sounds good to me.
And you also still have your madness to deal with.
Of course.
So...
Micah, can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
What, does Will regenerate when you between sessions, or no?
1 dot.
Okay. I
One dot.
You go ahead and restore 1 dot. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said something about that last time, and I couldn't remember what it was. So.
Yeah, that's just a rule. That's actually not even a rule from the book. That's something I've added in just to help you guys. Because you guys burn through it so fucking fast. Holy shit.
I don't. Ben and Mitchell do, but I actually don't use that much of mine. So.
Yeah.
But
well, you seem to be conserving it mainly for your powers.
Yeah.
Since we're both hasty, we like to burn it, hoping that we get it back because of our hastiness. So.
That's fair enough. So, you read through the night. Youko. And you pretty much speed read through the entire book. It's written by someone named Teresa Gardner, self-proclaimed nameless hedge wizard, as she refers to herself multiple times throughout the book. And she begins going into detail about ley lines and resonance, and a lot of the stuff kind of sounds exactly like what Ellsworth told you, but she goes into more detail, specifying how ley lines with a resonance of theory might have more murders occur around them, or ley lines, streets adjoining with ley lines that have a resonance of lust may attract prostitutes, and so on and so forth. Carrot! My cat's here. And her writing style is very erratic, you find. And she frequently breaks out into tangents about something called the Mysterium, going on about how this Mysterium is wrong about this. In fact, this is what ley lines are, and so on and so forth. You don't really follow the rants and tirades, which talk about the Mysterium very well, but she brings it up frequently. In the end, a lot of the information is useful and sticks with you, and you're going to gain the informed condition about ley lines and nodes.
Okay, I'll write that down real quick.
So basically any occult roll that you have to make involving ley lines or nodes, or resonance for that matter, gains a +2. And that lasts, like the light-footed condition, that lasts until you use it.
Got it.
Near the end of the book, you find a ritual described that details a way for people to better see and visualize the ley lines. It requires a certain number of geometric designs to be drawn out about the room, and it requires candles.
Do I have the materials to do this ritual?
Yes, you do. Like, you have candles in the house, and you could make the geometric designs with salt circles or chalk.
We're grabbing the
Both of
salt.
which you have.
We are grabbing the salt. All right. So, as skeptical as she is, upon seeing this ritual, I mean, she thinks to herself, well, I've come this far. I might as well try it, right? What's the worst that can happen? I can always look like a fool, right? Well, it wouldn't be the first time. And she grabs as many candles as she can find, and as much, and as, you know, the salt from the kitchen. And she begins to prepare this ritual. Is anybody else awake? What time is it?
So it's like, you look at the clock while you're doing this, it's like 3 a.m. Miss Riley is like asleep with her like head buried in the black book, and there's like a cigarette sticking out of her mouth.
That's dangerous.
Beth and Raven, are you guys still awake? And actually, Raven's gonna still be reading, definitely. And I'll get to what you've discovered in a moment. But is Beth still awake?
I get the impression that when her friend finally starts getting into the book and seems relatively less crazed, that Beth will in fact just fall asleep wherever she happens to be, probably not too far away from her friend. So she is probably asleep because she was woken up the day before and she didn't get a lot of sleep, so she's trying to make it up for lost time.
Yeah, so you're asleep on the couch and Miss Riley's asleep at the table. And Raven, you've been going through the Boston Workings portfolio, and you find that it's a lot of diagrams of old buildings and the geometric designs woven into them. You notice a lot of the Boston Working Portfolio. Not only are diagrams of buildings, but also maps of the ley lines running through Boston. Unfortunately, it seems to you like a lot of the construction in the last 50 years may have disturbed or destroyed a lot of the nodes and ley lines. And I think I forgot to mention this. Youko would know this, but a node is a point where multiple ley lines cross each other, thus creating an area that bears multiple kinds of resonances.
Interesting.
Raven will notice that these areas are labeled as nodes, but she might not know what exactly that means.
So is there not a lot of like text and stuff in the book? It's just like a lot of maps and diagrams kinds of things.
Maps, diagrams, and equations. Very odd equations that are like, n equals built under a new moon, and x equals number of children living here.
Okay.
You have not quite finished it, but you are a good 2/3 of the way through it.
I will say, if you guys want to join in this scene with me, I would say Youko is probably being pretty noisy gathering those candles.
Yeah, you start hearing all this noise from like the living room, like drawers slamming and.
Okay, I'll go out there and see what's up.
All right, and you see Youko. She's just like frantically, just like with this lighter, trying to like light these candles. She doesn't even like notice you if you walk into the room.
What are you doing now?
She looks back. Well, there's a ritual in this book, and I'm going to use it.
What is the ritual supposed to do?
What was the ritual supposed to do again, Micah?
Allows you to see the ley lines.
It's gonna
better visualize them.
Okay. It's gonna let me see the lines, she says.
Doesn't really matter what the spell will do. She's just gonna try. I see.
It's gonna let me see the lines, she says.
You get all the good hasty things going for it.
Yeah, does this incite my my haste, by the way?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. All right. Go ahead and store that.
Does this commotion and talking wake Beth up?
It does, and she will grab. I don't know. Are we in the living room? Did you say, or are we in?
Yes. I'm imagining it to be the big, spacious room.
She'll try to grab one of the couch cushions to then like press against her ear, but then she's a little pissed off because these are those type of couch cushions that are attached to the couch. But then she will be halfway in the couch, sticking her head kind of in the corner of the couch, hoping that will reduce the noise level, but probably failing to do so.
Miss Riley is still sleeping.
Okay.
Let me, Youko, just slow down a minute. Let me see the ritual.
Sure, go ahead. She just tosses the book over to you as she continues to fucking go.
It doesn't look like any kind of Wiccan ritual. But you don't see anything immediately harmful about it. It says that it will better allow the user to visualize ley lines, at least for a short period of time.
And it's basically just involving drawing shapes and lighting candles.
And then meditating in the center of it.
Ooh, meditating. Well, okay. Yeah, Raven
It
doesn't
seems
think
perfectly
there's...
doable and doesn't seem particularly dangerous.
Yeah, and I think that Raven, yeah, Raven definitely thinks that Yuko meditating would be an excellent idea at this point, so...
Even though
And it does allow for more than one person.
even though the hypocrite already does it.
Well, maybe the hypocrite needs to do it right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, so Raven was just gonna kind of... I guess she'll just kind of join in and like work, looking at the book and work with Yuko to do it.
As she begins to pour the salt, she looks over to Raven and she says, "You know, I usually take these things with a grain of salt, but I've got a good feeling about this one. I think it's going to work out fine. Fine as these salt grains. Oh yeah, absolutely." As she begins to like pour in the shapes on the floor.
Spirals and sigils.
And once she finishes, she will go to the center and begin her meditation.
Okay,
And
one second. I want to
Ra-
pull up.
Raven will do that too. Will join in the meditation.
Okay. So, at this point, Miss Riley does wake up. And she kind of like, slowly kind of like yawns and kind of like watches you lazily. That symbol there's wrong. You need to have it more at a 90-degree angle.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right, I'll take your word for it. You know more about this stuff than I do. As I fix the symbol.
She starts like walking around and like pointing out flaws in your salt art and demanding that you correct certain things.
We're to throw salt in the wound, I say, as I continue to fix my errors.
And I'm just looking for her character sheet real quick. Now, the ritual can only affect one person, but other people can help. So, Raven, I need you to roll your occult pool.
Will you need me to do that as well?
Yes, but since you're the primary supplicant of the ritual, it's affecting you. Everyone else is just kind of helping you.
Got it.
So you're going to, any successes Raven and Miss Riley have on their occult intelligence rolls will be added as a plus modifier to your roll.
Got it.
So it's occult plus intelligence?
Actually, shoot. No, it's not occult plus intelligence. It's just occult. Sorry, my mistake.
Oh, just occult.
Yes.
Okay. Freaky frack. I didn't get any.
Yeah, so it's just way different from what you're used to. And while you're able to meditate quite well, you don't really seem to have a grasp on the symbols and find yourself frequently looking back at the book and not really being able to perfect them to Miss Riley's specifications.
You guys there? Fuck. Sorry about that, I disconnected. What'd I miss?
Raven fucked up, and she got no successes, and Miss Riley got 1 success. So you're going to gain a +5, 1 from Miss Riley, and +4 because of mysterious circumstances.
Interesting. Mysterious circumstances. Fate.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Okay, so I have 5, and then what do I add? Intelligence?
Did you send me a? Did you send something?
I just sent you a message.
Oh, okay. So it's your occult +5.
Okay, my occult. I'm going to burn up a point of willpower, because why not? Alright, so that brings me up to 8, and then my occult is 2, so I'm at 10 die. Let's go. 2 successes.
So the 3 of you meditate for 3 hours. And eventually, like, at some point you open your eyes, Youko, and there's just like this bright light, like, glowing from outside.
What is that? I say, walking over to the window to look.
Miss Riley kind of smirks and kind of lights up a cigarette, starts smoking. Raven, you don't see anything. So Youko, you approach the window and you look out and you see the city is like glowing in very much a very similar manner to how it was when you were on the train.
Now I really must be going insane. Do either of you see this?
Miss Riley shakes her head, takes a long drag on her cigarette. You were the supplicant. You were the main focus.
I see.
Yeah,
The ritual affects you,
I don't see anything.
not us.
Interesting.
Beth's getting on her running shoes. I mean, it looks like it's getting brighter out there.
This is interesting, but I don't see how this helps me. Maybe there's something about my school. The lines there, maybe that's something. I know what I'm gonna do. And she walks outside and begins to... Actually, I got a question for you, Micah.
Yeah.
Where is her old school at?
It's actually not in Boston.
Oh shit. Okay. Where's that?
It's in state. It's in Massachusetts, but it's where your parents live. And I haven't actually designated a town, but it's West Massachusetts, other side of the state.
How long would it take me to get there? Oh, the other side of the state, you said. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. How long?
I'm gonna say that you like came to Boston for college, if that's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. So realizing that there's no way she's going to be able to get there in time before this ritual probably wears off, she just... There's not enough time.
But now you know how to cast this, right? You have the book with you. It's Miss Riley talking.
Pictures. Can it work through pictures? I'm going to like bring out my my smartphone. I'm going to see if like maybe I can see these lines or this light through pictures.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work that way.
Damn. Of course not. Technology has failed me.
Say, did I get? Did we get pictures of all the pages from all the books?
No, you haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Although tomorrow, or today actually, it's Sunday, you need, in the afternoon, you're supposed to go into your Google internship and do whatever it is you do there.
Excellent. I will be looking forward to doing those specific things.
And I believe you said they had a photocopier there that you could use.
Yeah, they probably have some kind of industrial scanner or something to make it easier. I was thinking.
Okay. I suppose you're right. I do know how to cast this ritual now. It's just inconvenient. But it looks like Ellsworth's advice paid off in the end. I guess you could say he's worth his weight in salt, after all.
Miss Riley just stares at you.
What?
Nothing. Another long drag on her cigarette.
You sure it's nothing?
I'm sure.
Can I make a roll to see if she's lying?
Make a empathy wits roll.
Okay, 4. I have nothing in empathy, so that's -1. Oh, I can't believe I have nothing in empathy. Oh, holy shit. Okay, so 4, and then 3, and did you say I'm at a -1?
You're actually at a -2.
Well, shit. Okay. I guess I'm going to use my one other point of willpower, so I'm at 4 total. I have 2 successes. One of them is a 10. 2 successes.
You get the impression of like vague concern from her.
You're worried, I say. I can tell. And I don't need any kind of special eyes to see it. Even though, I kind of can see things now.
So where do you think you'll go from here?
That's a good question. I guess from here I'll go and I'll check out my old school. My idea is maybe there's something about the lines there that could have drawn whatever it was that attacked me or whoever it was that attacked me to that place, and I just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe that's it. If I can figure out the nature of these lines, then I'll be able to understand, and that could give me the lead I've been looking for. I'll go tomorrow. You'll
What about
come.
the rest of these books?
The rest of them? I want to read through them as well, of course, but I've got a lead. We can read while we drive anyway.
She shifts uncomfortably.
What is it? At this point, like Yuko's gaze sort of like goes downward, and like her sunpaku is like really noticeable as she sort of just like stares Miss Riley down. Not in a intentionally menacing way. She doesn't even realize she's doing it.
I can't protect you if you leave the city, you understand? I'm not going out there.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
It's not safe, Youko. If you leave, well, I hate to say it, but you might be fucked.
By what? What are you saying? Or
Just
can
saying,
you
don't
not?
do something stupid?
So I'm just supposed to let it go then?
Yeah, maybe that would be best.
It's easy for you to say that, isn't it? Huh?
Well, do you think you could at least put this off until after you've got some money to help us with the rent? Because I don't want us to get kicked out. And a road trip might not be so good for the wallet, especially since you don't have a car.
She begins to think for a moment about what her options are. And there's nothing you can tell me about what I'm in danger from. Just that I'm safe here in Boston for some reason. So
Another long drag on the cigarette.
I take it then that something or someone here is protecting me. You're a part of it. But is there more to it, I wonder? There has to be. But you can't tell me that, of course. So I wonder then, what is it that you're hiding from me?
She stands up. I have to go. Stumps out her cigarette in the ashtray.
Of course. Go.
Don't do anything stupid, Youko. She walks out the door.
As she walks out, I ask, would you miss me?
Yeah, there's no response to that. She keeps going.
She seems way more pissed off than she's letting on, but the dark spots in her eyes clearly say that she is fucking exhausted. So she's gonna go to her room and pass out, contemplating the entire time what her next move will be.
And Beth and Raven, what are you guys doing? I think Beth left for her run.
Yes, she did bring along her wallet for whatever extra cash she has, because she needs to get some more construction paper for her art project. Her little, she's going to do poetry. She's hoping her calligraphy is better than her craft skills in general.
As you're still trying to do a nice thing for Margaret.
Yes.
I sang her a song.
It was far better sung than my first.
I'm not sure that Margaret was in the room when you were singing, though.
She was there in spirit.
What day is it? Day of the week?
It's Sunday, 7 a.m.
Sunday. Okay, then I think Raven's gonna hit the sack too, because I think if she stayed up all night, then she probably needs to also sleep some.
This is the part where we get kidnapped by a librarian. Yep.
So, as you sleep that morning, you go. A dream washes over you. And you find yourself walking along a path. Thorns wreathed on either side of you. There's the sweet smell of honeysuckle in the air and bird calls distant.
Hello.
Things occasionally scurry and crawl about through the hedge around you. Dark shifting shapes that you can't quite focus your eyes on.
I look towards one of the shapes. Hello?
It darts away.
Where does it dart to?
Deeper into the brambles.
I'm gonna approach the thorns. I've never seen a bush this big. And I say, I say that out loud, and then I realize, internally, this conversation is happening internally, by the way. God, I really need to stop being so perverted. And I'm gonna, lay my hand against the thorn real quick. Not trying to prick myself, just, feel it.
You barely touch it, but it pierces through your finger, and a thick bead of blood begins to run down it. And the pain, the way the pain feels, it's so intense, almost to the point of pleasure. And this just kind of warmth runs down your arm. A trickle of euphoria runs up your spine.
I didn't know I was a masochist. There's gotta be a path. I look around.
There is a path. The trail continues onward, and there's a canopy overhead, but as you walk, you see it. There's a break in it, and you see this golden tower far in the distance.
Must be one of Ellsworth's projects or something. Old man is following me in my dreams. I continue to walk towards the tower.
As you do so, the path gets thinner and thinner until, as you're walking, the thorns are scraping your arms and wrists.
I'm gonna push through.
And with a gasp, you wake up.
I look down at my hands.
They're, scratched. As if by thorns.
What the hell? I wake up. What time is it?
It's 3 p.m.
That was fucking weird. I must have scratched myself in my sleep, I guess. Or maybe I'm just going deeper into the rabbit hole. I sit up, and I'm gonna go and see what the others are up to.
Raven, you also have a strange dream. You find yourself walking through a forest. And all around you are just strewn. There's trash strewn around. A rusty knife here, an empty can of cola there. A cash register, a computer just kind of abandoned in the middle of the forest. And you find them whispering to you. Indistinct voices, just...
The trash is whispering to me?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just walking through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I will maybe bend down closer to a piece of trash and see if I can try to figure out what it is saying.
As you, the closest bit of trash is a discarded knife. The tip of it soaked in red. And it begins telling you about a murder that it committed long ago. How it stabbed a man through the throat. And drank deeply of its blood.
Is it saying this in a... it feels badly, or it's excited to be reliving it, or is it just...
It's almost monotone, just casually explaining how it gutted
this
the
is
man's
a thing
jugular.
this is a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I will listen to its story, I guess, and then I will move on to the next thing and listen to all the stories I can.
The cash register tells you about how the man working it was shot to death by a gunman, by a robber. The doll tells you detailed stories about the young red-haired girl who owned it, about the children she played with, about the thing that stalked her at a distance.
So none of these are super happy stories I'm picking up.
No, they don't seem to be. And as you listen to one of these stories, one after another, you begin to hear this like drum beat deeper in the woods. It slowly begins to get louder.
Okay, I will follow that.
And you realize, as you begin to follow it, that this drum beat is in perfect rhythm to the beat of your heart. And then you wake up.
And then you might hear the knocking of, as somebody knocks on your door.
What? Hello?
Oh, you're awake.
I am now. What's up?
Not much. I just woke up. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry.
No, I just barely woke up.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
I step into the room. So, what now?
Tobias is there, of course.
Yes. You seem calmer.
I just had a really weird dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were these thorns, and the bushes were really big, and the thorns hurt, but it felt good. I think I might have something with my... never mind. It's just a really weird dream. There's a tower. Shit.
So why don't you tell me what it is that you're looking for, what you're trying to get out of these books?
I guess I can try. She takes a seat. I'm not sure what kind of seats you have in your room, but she takes a seat close to the edge of your bed, and she lays there with her, her two hands clasped, her head hanging down low. I was attacked by something or someone. I used to be an athlete, and after that, things were never the same. I lost all of my strength. I can barely run now. And I know that I'm going to face it again. I can feel it. You remember those tarot readings, right? Every time you did one on me, it was always the same result. Don't you think that's a little weird?
I don't know.
I mean, really, statistically speaking, what are the odds of that? Of drawing the exact same fortune every single time? It's impossible. It should be.
So when did this happen? When did this attack happen?
7 years ago. I was in high school. It's my senior year. I was going to graduate, and I was going to have a scholarship to go to college. Full ride, everything paid for. And not too long before my graduation, that's when it happened. My boss, Miss Riley, she saved me.
What happened exactly?
I don't know. I really don't remember a whole lot about that night. I just remember waking up in the hospital and feeling really, really weak. And, well, it was all downhill from there. This is the result. It wasn't meant to happen like this. I knew what my fate was, what I was destined for, and this isn't it.
What do you believe you were destined for?
Greatness. To be loved. And it was stolen from me. And I want it back. And when I find whatever it is that did it, I'm going to torture it like it tortured me. And then I'm going to kill it.
So you don't remember anything about the attack?
Do I remember anything about the attack, Micah? Anything at all?
Nothing coherent. Vague visions of blood and smeared across the walls. Screams.
I relate this. There was blood everywhere. And these screams. I don't know if it was me screaming or if it was someone else or what. And then everything went black and I woke up in the hospital.
Was there like an investigation or something?
Was there an investigation?
Make a intelligence composure.
Okay.
And it's going to be at a -5.
Fuck, I'm rolling a fate die then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So fate die, here we go. And I got a 5. So I do not know.
You have no idea. It's only happened 7 years ago, but you're drawing a very odd blank on it.
I don't remember. I just don't remember. I'm sure there was. Maybe that's something I should look into more. I've been looking for years, trying to find something, anything, to give me an answer. And there's been nothing. This whole time.
So I don't understand what makes you think that it wasn't just like a person or people that attacked you.
It's just a feeling, and I know it's true. As stupid as that sounds, it doesn't make any rational sense, but nothing makes sense. So therefore, it makes perfect sense. That's the things I've learned to just accept. If it doesn't make sense, it probably makes perfect sense. There's just things you don't know. You know, like my boss, you know, lots of things I don't know about her. You know,
What
that I
did
love
what
to
did
know.
you mean before when you said she saved you? How did she save you?
You have vague memories of being dragged away by her, being pulled into a car.
She found me somewhere. I can remember she drug me away, and I was in a car, and you know what happens after that.
Where were you when you were attacked?
Practicing at my school.
So you remember practicing, and then something happened, and you remember she dragged you away, and then you remember waking up in the hospital.
Yeah, pretty much. She knows something. She just won't tell me.
Well, yeah, I agree with you there.
But I owe her. She saved my life.
Well, I'm sorry that happened.
Nothing you can do about it. What's done is done. Can't go back into the past after all.
And you think that you would have achieved some high level of success with your what kind of athlete were you?
I was a gymnast. I was one of the best. They gave me a fucking scholarship after all. I could have gone to the Olympics if I wanted to. You know?
And you don't think there is any other way for you to achieve greatness?
Nothing that matters. No. That was my fate. You know, it would be like changing the ending of a story. It'd be like a fan fiction. It doesn't mean anything. It's fake.
But you're in control of your life. You get to write your own story.
Do I? Am I in control?
Well, you're in control right now about whether you spend your whole life obsessing on this and trying to find some kind of answers that don't seem to be coming, or whether you look for something else to take up your time and look for something else, to some other kind of vocation or some other kind of things that will, strike some passion in you.
Oh, but I am passionate. The whole reason why I took this field, it was for me, primarily. But there was another reason. It's because I don't want people to go through the things that I've gone through. And there's stuff out there. Things that I can't even begin to understand. You've seen it. In that house. Just everywhere. All over the place.
I'm not saying that there aren't things that we don't understand and that we can't, but that we can't control. But that's the whole point, is that, you can't. I mean, how are you going to, try to help other people not go through the same things if it's something that we don't even understand and we can't predict and we can't control?
All I can do is try. And that's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, the option is grim.
Okay.
It reminds me, it's funny. My brother. I was always the golden child, You have a great future ahead of you, my parents would say. You've made us so proud. And, they would always scold him about things. About how you should be more like your sister. Why can't you do good as your sister does? All that jazz. And here I am. Like this. But I've moped enough. Now the question is what to do next. Do I leave? Do I try and find my answer? Miss Riley seemed really concerned. Hmm. What do you think?
Well, you have more reading material. I suppose you could start there. That seems safe enough.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll do that.
You went to all that trouble to get the books. You might as well look at them.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what you are looking for or trying, expecting to find, but
Anything. And I walk out of the room going to look for the books. You guys there?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. So we finished what the world is made of. Raven has the Boston Workings, the Black Journals there. And then you had on the nature of ghosts, the eyes in the walls.
I'm gonna go with the eyes in the walls next.
And before you do that, where is Beth right now? Oh.
She's probably at her Google
You weren't
internship.
You weren't required to be there till 5. That's when they asked you to come.
Oh, well, in that case, then I guess she's writing and rewriting her poem then. And she's trying to figure out if Margaret has an email. And if so, she can somehow...
Well, she is the landlord, so she definitely has an email.
Yeah, but is that like just a business one? Like, I think it'd be nicer to send her something to her private email. Then she might think she has like a secret admirer or something, Something to really make her feel good about herself. Hello?
or she could have a stalker, something to really creep her out.
I don't think I've ever seen someone make an expression roll, but I'd like you to make a wits expression.
Oh my god. Can I, where is she doing this at? Out of curiosity.
I'm imagining her being in the living room still, so...
What are you doing, Beth? I ask as I come in.
I'll say, well, Margaret has just been just meaner and meaner every time we see her, and I just feel like she needs a break, Something in her email box that will make her realize that, she's not alone in this.
So you're writing her a poem, then?
Yes, and I swear to you that she was once a happy person. Weren't we all? If we can find a way to make somebody like this who's somehow make her see a glimmer of hope. Don't you think that would be a really good thing?
I've got to get in on this. I've always got a few things to say about Margaret. Maybe I can, place with some words, or...
You got some, help me with the words. Sometimes there's better words for things.
All right, show me what you got so far. I'm going to assist him in the role.
Okay, Youko, make
What am I making?
wits expression.
Wits expression, and I'm actually trained in expression.
Yes!
Ow.
Yeah, I have 1 dot in expression. Yeah, I used to write haikus back in high school. I know, typical Japanese shit, right? Who would have thought? Anyways, let's write a haiku. for Margaret's. So with expression, that's 5 die. I got 2 successes. One of them is a 10. 3 successes total.
All right, Beth, make a wits expression roll for +3.
Sweet. I'm using willpower for sure. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 re-roll.
Okay, I found a haiku generator. I'm about to fill this shit in.
Oh my god.
I got 4 successes.
Wow, okay.
Raven comes out of her room with Tobias on her heels. She's going to the kitchen, but she's like, "What are you guys doing?"
Oh,
Right into his day.
oh, just, writing something.
Like, you sound like that.
Okay. And after I get done writing it, I write it down in Japanese initially. And then I read it. Menace summertime, before Margaret terrorize, under the chocolates.
Say what now?
It's a haiku.
Again, because I didn't understand.
Would you like me to read it again?
Yeah.
Menace summertime, before Margaret terrorize, under the chocolates. I think we should leave a box of. I think we should leave a box of chocolates as well.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, what was the whole expression? Life is like a box of chocolates.
Oh yeah, that old movie.
So you guys are writing a love poem to Margaret?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Sort of
she's been so gracious to us. We have to show our appreciation. Come on.
I mean, we've really there's some dark crap in this city these last few weeks, right? And that the darkness not just of us, but obviously over Margaret. And so we just need to find a way to brighten her day.
I like how that rhymes. Must be the time.
Yeah, some of the time.
Raven pulls a dead rat out of the freezer.
What?
Oh, come
And starts unwrapping it. I feel like if you guys really want to, cheer Margaret up, maybe you should both use your talent to get jobs.
I'm going to a job tonight. Going to my job. I'm going to try to impress some people. Maybe I'll have a real job. And then I've got several. I've been checking out, Monster and a couple other online sites. So I'm doing the work. I'm not a slacker.
I look towards Beth. Are you implying that I'm a slacker?
No, that's what you just said.
Fuck you.
Well, I'm implying that
Well, at least you have a boss. Did your boss give you any money, by the way?
No, not yet. But maybe that'll change.
I'm not implying anything. I am outright stating that you're both slackers because we still don't have rent.
We'll get there, don't worry. It's fate, the journey.
The journey is going to be a journey out into the street.
Are we going to be meeting someone?
One.
Hello, you guys there?
People. Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, okay. Shit. Go ahead. I think it may have passed. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think what Raven is. I think I agree with her. Is that if
Fuck me. One
we
second.
need
1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. God fucking damn it.
that's not gonna work right now.
Raven rat the dead
Hopefully
rat
that'll
out of
make it a bit
the
better.
packaging, and
Okay, I'm back.
Raven took the dead rat out of the packaging and is now holding it up by its tail above Tobias's head, so
Hey,
that Tobias will stand up on his hind legs to reach it.
maybe we can somehow rhyme Margaret with rat. Margaret. Yeah, that works perfectly. Rats like chocolate, right?
I'm not sure she's into rats.
Well, that's not what we're asking. We're asking if she's into chocolate, Beth.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. God.
You like rats, don't you, Tobias? Yeah, you like the rats.
As he just like takes it and just bites on it a few times before swallowing it.
Yep.
But to reiterate what Raven was saying, if we don't
Get
pay
a
the
job.
rent, we become homeless. So we will be on the street. We might meet people, but it will be to ask them for change, like that crazy guy by the library.
Oh, come on. For all we know, that crazy guy is living the fucking life. You know, now that I think about it, there was something really off about that fucking library, though.
Maybe you should go sit in front of the library and ask for money.
I don't think I'm ever gonna go back there.
Well,
There-
you can pick another building. It's fine, but you know,
There was some really creepy shit going on in that basement.
I've heard
Really?
sometimes those beggars can really haul it in.
I can't carry anything. I just hold up my arm. You see this? There's nothing here.
I believe you have a backpack.
Yeah, okay. I got a backpack. Sure. But like I was saying, there was some really weird shit going on in that fucking basement. There was blood everywhere, and there was a knife. I still have the knife, actually.
So-
Youko, I feel like you have a really
Blood-
hard time focusing on what's important.
Did you say there's blood all over the inside of that
Oh.
library?
Oh, yeah. Pretty sure the librarian is like a fucking serial killer. No joke.
Tobias, is there any way you could get a job?
Take the tram to my job.
Well,
You guys into my...
maybe he could become a professional rat catcher. You know, I hear monitor lizards are supposed to be pretty good about that, right?
Oh, but I... And you are in charge of getting the chocolates then.
Well,
I'll send the file.
anyways,
Question going with Beth to do the copy.
No.
yeah, if she's taking the books, then I'm gonna go with her because I want to read those books while we're going.
Oh, okay, but I won't be able to get you in. There's like badges and stuff.
Sure, that's fine, but I do want to read.
I mean,
as
the
we go.
cafeteria is great.
Okay, I'll
You
sit
get
in
in there.
I'll sit in the cafeteria. You can just come get the next book when you're ready. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna be reading, so I'm ready to go. Don't you know?
Oh my god, you couldn't spend that time looking for a job?
Well, how else am I gonna come up with these sick beats?
I will.
Okay. Just resounding silence.
Okay, yeah, all right. I admit, maybe that was a bit culturally insensitive. Alright? But that's besides the point. Anyways, Beth, I'm ready to go when you are.
Now it's good.
Yeah, now is good. Good is now.
I did send
Okay,
it out,
crazies. See you later.
Yeah.
and I did send it from like a something that doesn't lead back to me, because it would make no sense for me to brighten someone's day if I expected that person to owe me something or something. So
By the way, has the ritual for the ley lines thing worn off by now, or what?
Yes, it was worn off by the time you had woken up.
Got it. Okay. So me and Beth, we're gonna go towards that, and I'm gonna start reading the other one, the eyes in the walls, or walls in the eye, or whatever it is.
text Raven and suggest that we forward as many current job opportunities that we find on the interwebs.
Maybe Miss Riley can teach me how to do some fucking magic tricks. I could become a performer. I bet you I'd be pretty good at it. By the way, this is with me and Beth, so as we're like going to wherever we're going.
And I think I actually heard you say that you were a gymnast last game, so I probably in on the conversation this game about gymnastics, but maybe I still remember talking about gymnastics in a crazy tone, like someone stole it from you. I will say, hey, why don't you try to teach your craft? I bet there's a lot of kids out there who would need with gymnastics, right? Weren't you gymnastics?
Yeah. Emphasis on the was. Not anymore.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a lot of money, but what they say is people who can't teach, isn't that? So if it was, if you no longer have the stuff, I mean, you'll find.
Yeah, but that's not going to get me any money right now. But it's always an idea for the future, I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know. You're pretty athletic. I'm pretty athletic. I guess we could try to find some kind of athletics club or something. Maybe there's games or something where there's prizes to be won. I don't know.
Right.
Sounds like an even longer term sort of situation. Anyway, I'm gonna send you some emails. I'm gonna see if I can get Raven to send her some too. It's really,
Well, anyways, I'm going to read. So good luck with that as I continue to read through the book.
My
Did
hope.
you do your intelligence occult roll?
Intelligence occult. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's go. 1 success.
Okay, so the book you discover is a 18th century English translation of a 9th century Latin translation of a document written in ancient Babylonian detailing
God, this stuff is harder to read than fucking Shakespeare. Fuck.
that's about all you get from the ride.
Yeah, I can't understand jack shit in this book. I'm just gonna set this one aside and take another one. What else is there?
You can continue to make
Yeah, can I do like an extended roll?
make an intelligence occult. So that was an extended roll, what we just did.
Okay, so do I
And
make
you can make another one for that book
for that same
every
book?
day.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do then. I'll just continue to read over it.
But you can make another intelligence occult for a different book since you brought them all with you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start like going through another book. Which ones are there again?
Sure of Ghosts and Burgess's Black Journal.
Wait a second. I count the number of books there are. Does it match up to how many we brought back?
It's the Boston workings still, but
Wasn't there one about like witch hunting though?
oh yeah, there was an 18th century. Yes, sorry.
Okay. I thought, that might have been a potential plot point. I hadn't considered you may have forgotten. Okay. I'm gonna read the nature of ghosts.
Okay.
All right.
Intelligence occult.
One success.
It is also by Teresa Gardner, self-proclaimed nameless hedge wizard.
Hedge wizard. Hedge wizard.
And she goes on to talk a lot about the Mysterium and how they're wrong about everything relating to ghosts. You make it through the introduction.
Teresa. What is her name again? Teresa.
Teresa Gardner.
I'm gonna Google that.
Nothing comes up.
Of course not.
But that name indicates it's a pseudonym since she's self-acclaimed nameless, right? Hedge wizard. The gardener's like a play on words. Is that what?
You know, that's probably a good. That's a good observation. You know, probably is. You know, hedge wizard, gardener. So yeah, it probably is a fake name. But I wonder why they would use a fake name. I mean, usually an author wants to be known, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if this is like some serious, dark art things, maybe she just doesn't want crazy dark things chasing her or something.
Yeah, I guess changing your name is really going to do all that, right?
Well, I thought you were telling me that names are very important, or was that Raven?
I think you got me mixed up with Raven. But I do agree with her. Names are important. Names are everything, if you really think about it. You know?
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder why somebody wouldn't use their actual name. I'll never understand it. But, it doesn't make sense, therefore it makes perfect sense. Alright.
How well do I do at finding some job opportunities for Youko? On Monster and stuff.
I'll also send Miss Riley a text, and I'll say, hey, I do need some rent money, so if you have a job for me, just let me know. That's what I sent to her. Are you guys there? Holy shit.
I'm here.
Okay, one second. I need to open this phone. I need to open something. Give me one second. I'll be right back. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, Mike, I actually did see you. I'd asked the question, and then there was like a pause. So if you answered, you may have been on mute.
What was the question?
I was saying that while I was on the tram, I was trying to find job opportunities for Youko and sending emails to her in an almost annoying fashion. I just wanted to know if I found anything.
You do. You found a shit ton of fast food restaurants and dishwashing positions.
I look towards Beth, and I say to her, I will not demean myself in this manner.
You need money. Raven's gonna be all. I don't think Raven has any more in her savings because she has to keep paying more than her fair share. And I don't think she should have to do that. I mean, I guess we can start selling magic books if you would like, or we could start, selling we could sell that item, that beautiful item we got out of the professor's, room or something. But I was really hoping that, important things to us and maybe dangerous things, that we would try to keep those out of the hands of other people.
I don't know. Did Miss Riley get back to me, by the way?
No, she hasn't replied yet.
But I mean, she's gonna be mad at me too. Maybe we should both apply at the same crappy fast food restaurant and, just get some cash, and then when we find something else, we, beat.
We could always book it.
What's Raven doing around this time?
I was going to, I don't have the skills that like Beth does or whatever, but I was just gonna like maybe get online and see if I could find anything about Youko being attacked, like I assume I know like what town she's from or whatever, and so see if I can find like newspapers or anything, any information I can about that.
Let me Austin really quick, since it's come up multiple times. What town is
Youko.
Yeah, Youko, excuse me.
You didn't fuck up my name, did you? Kind of broke up there.
That's
Fuck.
let's see.
You guys there?
Can you guys not hear me?
It just keeps on breaking up. It's really fucking annoying.
I can hear.
I'm gonna hop out of the call real quick and hop back in. 1 second.
Okay.
Because this is ridiculous. Come on, buddy. Hop out. Okay, I'm back.
Youko is from Greenfield, Massachusetts, which is kind of just south of the border between Massachusetts and Vermont, on the north side. Did you get any of that, Mitchell?
I'm from Greenfield, Massachusetts. Cool.
Cool. What was the rest of your question, Raven?
I was just gonna look up, just with, like with my level of, skill, just to see if I could find anything online about like old newspaper articles or anything like that about Yuko's attack. Like look up, Greenfield and the year and her name or something, and see if I can find anything.
You notice a string of disappearances around the Greenfield area, but nothing directly. Oh, and you find Yuko's gymnasium. It does in fact exist, but you find nothing like directly correlating to Youko and her attack.
Okay.
Around this time, the tram gets you to the Google headquarters. And Beth and Youko exit the tram, lugging the huge stack of books.
Awesome.
So what exactly does Beth do here?
I imagine she debugs code, debugs people's code where there's like thousands of pages of code and such.
Okay.
And probably gets people coffee and shit too, because, you're unpaid, better make things even shittier for you.
Yeah. So you get there, and I assume you show Youko to the cafeteria?
Yeah, I imagine, that I have some kind of badge, and then I show the badge to the security guy and say, this is pass, and
Yep, that works.
I mean, she may have to use her belt buckle or something to get in, but
Never leave home without it.
no kidding. Are you still going to replace it with like a lockpick set, like connected to it?
Oh, I'm about to go full Batman. Full utility.
Awesome.
Might actually be able to pass as a janitor that way.
Janitor at Google, just to get the janitor outfit, because that would be very helpful for us.
Well, anyways, you do your thing. I'm just going to sit here and read. All right.
The cafeteria is mostly empty, so you have relative silence.
I'm totally going to be looking around from now on at my work in the cafeteria to look to see if anybody has stacks of dark magic books. Just reading through them.
So you begin doing your job, debugging the servers and the different programs that they have running, and getting coffee for the multitude of bosses that you have. And time passes. Eventually, you get around to having an opportunity where you can grab the books to run them through the industrial scanner.
Sweet.
When the industrial scanner is unattended, you have free access to it.
See, this job isn't so bad.
Are you talking to
It's
yourself?
around 8 o'clock, so the building's actually mostly deserted. Like, there's a few janitors and whatnot around, and like maybe one of your bosses is staying late, but like most everyone has gone home by this point. So Youko could probably come in with you.
Okay. Well, they should be careful about who they let access this thing. I mean, come on. It's got to be expensive, right?
Yeah, but it's heavy.
So, people do stupid stuff. They break things. It's in our nature.
Oh, well, there's that.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I have full access to it, and I have to use my badge in order to activate it. So if we do fuck it up, they will know exactly who it was. So let's not fuck it up, okay?
Well, I did plan on it. How long is this going to take anyway?
Oh, probably not long.
Well, go ahead. I'll be here.
Especially if we have four arms going on, 4 hands.
Oh. Okay, I'll help you then.
Can they move them?
I begin to assist Beth in doing so.
I'm going to
Okay.
say PDFs, of course. I'm not going to use the printer to print any of this shit.
Okay, fair enough. So you scan them and begin creating copies of which book?
I don't know, the one that's on top. Witch Hunter's Bible.
Okay. So you get the Bible completely, the Witch Hunter's Bible, completely printed, and then you both begin smelling smoke.
Do you smell that? Do you smell that? I look around towards.
It doesn't seem to be coming from the industrial scanner.
I'm gonna look for the source of the. I'm gonna look for the source of the smoke.
Okay. Investigation wits.
Investigation wits. Man, is this a crime scene, by the way?
No.
Okay. Not. I think what Mike means to say is not yet. Anyway.
Well, I mean, I am kind of stealing some, time from this machine,
One,
but I don't think that's the same.
2, 3 successes.
So you see, you begin walking through the empty cubicles and through the server farms, and you see smoke billowing out of one of the server rooms.
Beth, there's something going on over here.
What the hell?
And at this point, the fire alarm goes off, and the sprinklers begin to activate and begin spraying down on top of you.
Fuck. I think we should get out of here. It's kind of...
There's this kind of like sound, and this huge gout of flames comes like spraying forth out of the room. Fortunately, you aren't standing that close to it.
Your server is on fire, man.
That is not good. Not good.
And this is actually, I believe, spraying fire is breaking point for Beth.
Oh, yes. One moment while I examine who I am.
Am I traumatized by this? Let me decide.
Yeah. So, not want to be trampled. She assumes that she will be trampled. And so she's either going to go as fast as she can and run away, or she'll hide under a desk. Expressly what you're not supposed to do, probably, in this situation. When one of the...
And because you have a 7 in integrity, usually it's a +1, but this particular breaking point is a -1, so it's just exposure.
Solve. One, that's a 10? Just one.
Okay, you gain the shaken condition.
Seeing that the fucking building is on fire, Youko is gonna find Beth. We gotta get out of here. It's fucking... This shit's going wild. We're gonna go.
The flames kind of roil forth again, and Beth, as you stare at the flames wide-eyed, you see a figure coalesce in them. Like a humanoid shape walking through the flames.
Okay. Let me know if you like this. I'm going to stumble back and then fall, like on my ass, and I'm going to scream, but it's going to be one of those screams. I don't know if you've ever experienced this. It's very rare, but I had this happen to me once, where you're breathing in when you do the scream, so it sounds almost, I don't know, like a guttural, thing from an animal in pain.
Are you okay? And I look back at what she's looking at. What do I see?
Beth! You're next!
Holy shit! I'm gonna pick her up and I'm gonna start fucking running.
A burning figure begins to step out of the room.
I'm picking Beth
Charred
up.
flesh blazing with flame.
I'm picking Beth up and I'm running.
That doesn't sound like it would normally be within your character's abilities.
Well, I mean, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I mean, of course, I might fail, but I am definitely going to try.
I mean, if this, I will be very impressed and assume that you have supernatural abilities if you do that, but I just,
Yeah.
I'd want to know that. Maybe I wouldn't have.
Oh, I'm not like picking you up over my back. I'm pretty much like forcing you to your feet, and like you gotta fucking go.
You can always drag her by your ankle or something.
So, what do I need to roll?
Yeah. So Beth, are you essentially just paralyzed, staring at this thing?
I think so. As I remember, with shaken, you can automatically fail something. So I guess what I'd really like to do is to fail getting up. So
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
very difficult for the 98-pound friend to help me.
And Youko, make a strength stamina roll.
Oh god, the things I'm fucking worst at. I have 2. I have literally 2 die right now. Come on, lucky 2. I got 1 success.
Okay.
And
So you begin.
and at this time I'm just like,
drag her to her feet.
Beth, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Well, we gotta go. And I'm just like trying to fucking force her to her feet, pretty much.
And as you haul Beth to her feet, the figure raises its hand, and a gout of flame comes like spraying forth at Beth. The blazing, roiling flame like burns your shoulder.
Burns
As
me?
you're like, no, it burns.
Wait, who's getting burned? It's breaking up on me. What's going on?
Beth is getting burned. A gout of flame comes close to her, scorching her arm as you're dragging her.
Okay.
Damage.
Give me 1 second. Be right back.
I still have a bash damage listed. Would that have been?
Bashing damage heals once every 15 minutes, so that would have healed like a long ass time ago.
Great.
Okay, I'm back.
So you guys are running?
Yeah, pretty much. Has she gotten to her feet by this point?
Yeah, you've dragged her to her feet.
Yeah, we're fucking running.
And Beth, since you have resolved the condition by failing, you lose the shaking condition and gain a beat.
Can I incite my loving virtue since I, did this out of love for my friend?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You didn't abandon her in her time of need. So you refresh your willpower. And you can only incite your virtue once per chapter, once per session, essentially.
Sounds good to me. Okay.
And you can incite your vice once per scene.
Got it. Okay.
Incite your vice.
Now the question is, as you flee from the building, did you remember to bring the books with you?
Did I bring my backpack?
I don't recall. I thought you were just like carrying the books on the train.
Yeah, then I guess not.
So you get out into the lobby and you look over your shoulder and you don't see it behind you. And at this point you realize that you don't have the books.
Fuck.
I mean, I can picture myself having had one of the books, like, when we got to where the fire started happening, the scary fire, and I can imagine myself dropping that book as I... So I think I know where one of them is, inside the building, by the fire.
How bad is the fire by now?
You're seeing smoke drifting into the lobby. The sprinklers don't seem to be doing their job.
I'm gonna run in and go after a book.
Okay. Beth, what are you doing?
You think that rolling under a car sounds like a very safe place to be, and hopefully hiding from any creatures that might for me.
I say to Beth, stay here, I'll be back, as I'm running back in.
I think I'll whimper a little bit, but trying to stifle it you know, because maybe this demon fire thing will cure me.
So, Yuko, you come back into the main room, and like all the cubicles and everything is on fire, and smoke is just filling the air.
All right, being as on my guard as I can for fucking living flames.
Beth! Where are you, you bitch? Comes a voice from the flames.
Okay, I'm going to sneak around and look for those fucking books and get as many of them as I can to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, give me a dexterity stealth. And because there's smoke everywhere, give me a +4 on that, in addition to your light-footed bonus.
And I'm going to apply a point of willpower.
Okay.
So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, let me recount just to make sure I get this right. 1,
Damn.
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm fucking terrible. 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I have 15 die to roll. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. One of them is a 10. 5 successes.
Okay. You get back to the industrial scanner, and you find all the books there but one.
Which one?
The book that Raven dropped. Actually, roll me a 1d4.
A D4?
Yeah, and give me a second to figure out which numbers are which.
Okay, I got a 4, by the way.
Don't tell me that.
Oh.
'Cause-
Okay, I'll re-roll. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just writing up a quick list.
By the way, that light-footed condition is resolved now, right?
Indeed it is.
Okay, that's alright.
And what were the books again? It's the 18th. Witch Hunter's Bible, What the World is Made of, Eyes in the Walls.
There's the Witch Hunter's book. I don't know if you got that
Oh,
one.
a ghost? There's a ghost one in
Yeah,
there?
on the nature of ghosts. Yeah.
And then
One of
there's-
you guys said stuff in just the right order that my Alexa started giving me my flash briefing. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but I was like, what's going on? Somebody, she heard you say the word computer and then something.
Okay, so now
Here,
roll,
roll the music.
Mitchell.
I got a 2.
What the world is made of is missing.
Fuck, that's my favorite one, too. Do I know where it is? Or no?
You believe Beth said that she dropped it
I'm gonna look for
right
it.
where you saw it again, or where you first saw the creature.
I'm gonna grab the other books and look for it.
Okay. The fire is getting quite intense. The heat and the smoke. I need you to make a strength stamina roll.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna apply another point of willpower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 success.
Okay. You manage not to get too badly fucked up from the smoke inhalation. You keep your head low. The heat, however, is growing quite intense, and begin developing burns on your arms. You're gonna take 1 point of lethal damage.
Oh, fuck. Okay. What's happening?
So you get back to where you originally saw the specter, and you see the book lying there, somehow untouched by the flames.
Grabbing it and fucking going.
All right. And you run back through the flames. They're spreading across the walls now, reaching the ceiling. And you're gonna take another one lethal, but you manage to get back to the lobby.
Okay. Are you keeping track of damage, by the way?
I am now.
Okay.
2 lethal on Youko, 1 lethal on Beth. And I'd actually prefer if you guys were keeping track of this.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
have my
still
own.
very confused about how it works, but I will write down how much damage I've taken.
As Beth, you is bursting forth from the smoke-laden hallways, carrying all the books.
Could I get another point of willpower for being so hasty?
Sure.
Sweet. All right. And as I get back in, you just notice my arms are just fucking burned. Like my jacket is like seared. I'm kind of fucked up. Like I have this like grimace on my face, you know, from these fucking burns, and it's like Beth, let's get out of here.
It's gonna look like we're leaving the scene of a crime. I mean, we might want to stay right here.
There's a fucking fire monster, Beth. All right.
Oh, we need to move then. I'll stay out from under the car and head away from the building.
As you're leaving the fire trucks, you're pulling into the parking lot. They don't pay any to stagger away from the burning building, clutching your books.
I guess.
And
Did
you,
What's happening? Hello?
did you want me to carry?
For fuck's sake. 1 second. God damn it. Okay. Somebody try talking real quick?
Hello, hello.
Okay. Fuck. Alright. Let's keep going.
back to the trams, and I believe Beth was asking Youko something.
Yeah. Take some of these fucking books. God damn, this hurts. Ugh.
I guess we can go to the
To-
hospital, but we don't have any money.
Fuck it.
Home and just be injured.
Well, I'm not risking losing my fucking arms because of a goddamn burn injury. So I'm going to the hospital.
Okay.
Go to the hospital. There's police there usually at the hospital and doctor. Yeah, hospital.
What's going on with you? What was that thing?
Didn't you hear the thing?
Yeah, I heard it. It seemed to know you. What's going on with that?
And it didn't seem to be a friend.
No. It seemed quite pissed off at you for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Noticing her discomfort, Youko will cease her questioning. She'll just let it be for the moment.
And since Youko brought it up, then Beth will, from times that were not so good in the past that are similar to this one, and she will try to remember, what happened to the man in the fire, and try to remember exactly what transpired that she thought she might be.
I see what you did there.
So I remember
For 1 second.
spent any time. You hadn't at any time look into the results of the fire, you said.
Right.
So you don't know if someone died.
Okay, I'm going to assume that that someone did die, and I'm gonna feel really bad about myself. Pretty much, I guess.
Do you think this realization would be a breaking point?
I think she's of putting it off long that when she hears something call her. Yeah, I guess that's a breaking point. Yeah. What does that do?
Let's see here. You're gonna roll a resolve composure. So it's gonna be a -3. And you also have a +1 because of your integrity, so it's gonna be a -2.
Okay, that will total out to 3. I no longer have any conditions, right?
Right.
I just have 1 damage. That's gonna roll these 3 dice. That would be 0 successes.
Damn.
All right. You the breaking point, and you're going to I'm gonna let you choose a condition: shaken, spooked, or guilty. And your integrity is going to drop to 6.
Ooh.
As
Is that a permanent
your
thing?
yeah, it is. As your sanity cracks a little from the realization of what you've done, or at least the belief in what you've done.
Yeah, I mean, guilt sounds right to me.
Okay. Let me just find that really quick.
Hey, you know, maybe seeing her friend's injury adds fuel to the fire, you know, as far as guilt is concerned.
Guilty. Your character is experiencing deep-seated feelings of guilt and remorse. This condition is commonly applied after a successful breaking point, or failure. While the character is under the effects of the condition, he receives a -2 to any resolve or composure rolls to defend against subterfuge. The condition resolves once the character confesses his crimes and makes restitution for whatever he did.
Ooh, that could be a really long lasting one then. You said resolve rolls, composure rolls.
It was subterfuge. It was -2 to resolve composure, other people's subterfuge, intimidation, and so essentially your resistance to those skills is lowered.
Gotcha.
By the way, how do I resolve my madness, if possible?
Stick around for a while.
Fair enough, I figured it would.
Actually, no. It will fade away when you receive when you regain a point of integrity, or if you lose another dot of integrity.
Okay, got it. Let us continue.
So you reach the hospital.
All right.
Or at least you reach the stop close to the hospital.
I'm gonna say
Is
that.
Beth continuing on to home? Or?
I thought we were going to.
Okay, you're both going to the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you saying, Youko?
Never mind. Let's continue.
I'll call up. I'll call up Raven.
Raven, your phone rings.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute. Hello.
We're at the hospital.
At the hospital. What's
No
going
one
on?
was shot. No
What?
one was shot.
No one was shot? What happened?
There was no gunshots.
Okay, what happened?
Fire?
Fire?
Ghost? Fire
Holy shit.
ghost? Fire
Okay.
monster?
Okay, so both of my roommates are completely fucking nuts now. Okay. What hospital are you at?
The Boston blah 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 hospital.
You know the one, Raven.
Okay. Yes, I know that one.
Is this a throwback to when his head was getting shoved in the toilet? Because that's exactly what it sounded like.
Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can.
I know you don't have any gas money, but I just wanted you to know we're here and we're not trying to not pay the rent. We're not trying to pay. We are trying to pay the rent.
Beth.
I'm so sorry we haven't paid the rent.
Beth, settle down. I'll be there shortly.
Okay, so we get to the hospital.
Yeah, and they see your burns and they admit you into the burn ward right away. I'm gonna make some intelligence medicine checks for the doctors. And they got an exceptional success on Youko. And one success on Beth. Which is just what you need, actually. You guys will have to stay overnight, but you should be released in the morning.
Did they give us any painkillers, like to dull the pain at all? I
They
imagine
did.
they would. Okay,
They
and
did.
as they do, I don't know what they would give me, but I just doze off into a fucking sleep. You know, just pretty much.
Yeah. And as you doze off into this drug-induced, you find yourself walking those formed pathways again. The tower is still looming in the distance.
This place again, I say. I look at my hands. Are they burned?
Yes, they are.
And I look around me. Do I see anything this time? Besides the thorns?
It's just like last time. The smell of honeysuckle. Occasionally things scurry about in the brambles.
I yell out, is there anybody there?
Distant bird call.
Okay, I've got to find a way around these thorns then. There's got to be a path. And I look around trying to find the best path possible. And I get pricked.
Okay, give me an intelligence survival.
Okay. Survival. What is survival under? Is that physical?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I have nothing there, so that's -1. I have 2 intelligence. I'm gonna use a point of willpower.
Okay.
So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4 die. Do I have any merits? Help me out here. Okay. Would I be able to use my double jointed at all to like fandangle my way through the thorns?
No, probably not.
Okay, just a good question. All right. One success, it's a 10. Two successes, another 10. Two successes.
So you continue on for a ways. And you eventually find another path.
You there?
Are you?
Okay, I find another path. What happens?
And you begin heading down it.
Okay.
The tower looming larger and larger in the distance. Make a wits composure roll.
Wits composure, okay. Is this a danger roll?
No.
4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to apply another point of willpower. So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. 2 of them are 10s. 7, 8 successes.
You begin to see like glints of light in like the corner of your vision, and you turn and you look and you see like all these tiny buildings built on the thorns themselves and along the stems of the briars.
What the hell? I'm going to take
Little tiny wooden buildings that are emanating light.
I'm going to take a closer look at them.
And you see like, as you lean in close, you see like hundreds of these tiny people, tiny winged people scurrying about. They look up at you with vague disdain.
I look at them for a second. Can you understand me?
What is it you want, mortal?
What is this place?
It's like a chorus of tiny voices all speaking in unison.
I say to him, what is this place? Where am I?
Where do you think you are?
It's a dream, right?
This is no dream, mortal.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
You walk the silvered thorns.
Silvered thorns.
You seek the watchtower, don't you?
Watchtower? You mean that tower over there?
Indeed.
What is it, exactly?
What's it worth to you?
Can it help me?
Perhaps.
Then it's worth everything.
Everything. The tiny people almost like crowd to the tiny railing as they watch you.
Yeah, everything. Does that surprise you? Because I'm pretty surprised by all of this.
And what would you have us tell you, mortal?
Anything that can help me.
They begin rattling off, just like thousands of different voices begin just like yelling different things. You hear something about sage goes great with this kind of stew, this kind of berry, it's poisonous, don't eat it.
Okay, wait a second. I just raised my hand. Let's just... Okay, maybe I should be a little bit more specific. That is very helpful, all of that. And I have a friend of mine who I'm sure will be very pleased to know that little bit about sage. But... So... What's in that tower, exactly?
There's nothing in it. It's a beacon.
What?
A beacon for the wise.
The wise.
You walk the realms supernal.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Supernal. What will happen if I go there?
You will awaken. Or you'll die. We don't...
And what happens if I wake up? Do you know?
No.
Well, I guess it's better than staying here. Well, thank you for the help. And I walk off towards the tower.
Will you not pay your price?
My price? What do you want exactly?
You said you'd give us everything.
Well, that's unfortunate. I have nothing to give.
I don't think so. What items of value do you carry in your pockets?
Items of value, huh? Well, I check my pockets. What do I have?
What do you have? What did you have on you when you were at the hospital?
I have my wallet. I have my gun on my side. I have my belt and belt buckle by extension. I have my Burns jacket and, my clothing.
You said you'd give us everything, Youko.
How do you know my name?
They have no response to that. They just start kind of whispering and yammering about honoring your oaths, honoring your deals.
Upon hearing this, I say, yeah, I did say that, didn't I? All right, I'll keep my promise. I take off all of my clothes, and, I give everything I have, all of my belongings to them. I just lay them at the ground. Kind of embarrassed, I say, but I want this one thing. And I hold up the gun. This is the only thing that's inseparable. It's like your homes. Does that make sense?
Make a manipulation presence roll.
Okay, I'll use another point of willpower. 1, 2,
You got a -4.
3, 4, 5. Okay, I have 1 die. I got 1 success.
Very well.
Thank you. And I guess you've taught me something really important, huh? To be way more careful with my words. I'm not sure how...
They kind of like...
Go-
as you're kind of turn away and start going about their business, almost instantly forgetting about you.
Well, have a good life then, I say as I walk naked up to this fucking tower.
And then you wake up.
Okay. Am I in the hospital bed?
Yep.
Okay.
You're in one of the hospital gowns.
Okay.
And you have recovered your 2 lethal damage.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, my bad.
As your feet itch, and when you glance at them, you see that they've been sliced a bit from the thorns that were on the ground as you walked.
The fuck? I look around for my clothing. Do I see it anywhere?
Nope.
Do I see my wallet anywhere?
No, you don't. It could be off in a storage locker.
What the fuck?
Now, this dream, it stays with you. Like you can still smell the honeysuckle in the air. And that tower, it was close. It was so close. The dream marks you somehow, and you find yourself just constantly thinking about it. And you're gonna gain the obsession condition.
Oh, man. That sounds like it's right up her alley. Alright, obsession. Okay. What does it do?
So you're to discover occult lore.
Okay,
Just anything that can help you learn more about what potentially that was.
Okay, discover lore. How much?
It's going to give you the 9 again.
Oh
rule.
shit, that's
So
fucking
you
amazing.
Rolls, yeah, on occult rolls. That you make in pursuit of occult.
Okay, I'm going to, since I have this fucking, dream.
However,
yeah?
you gain you lose the 10 again bonus on anything.
Okay, I lose 10 again on anything what?
Not pertaining to searching.
Okay. No 10 again on anything else. Oh my god, that's crazy.
You gain a beat every time.
Okay, so immediately, right? Like,
I'm not done yet. Are you hearing me?
No, I'm sorry. It keeps on cutting out. You were like silent for so long. Go ahead, my bad. I apologize.
Every time you fail to fulfill an obligation due to pursuing your obsession.
Okay, so I fail.
You gain a beat.
Okay, if I fail an obligation, I gain a beat.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So, upon having this dream and still smelling that sweet, sweet smell, of course Youko has this just smile that just wraps around her face. She's gonna find her phone. Did she have to give that up to the things?
You vaguely remember the nurse putting it into a locker.
Okay, I'm looking for it. Like, she just gets out of the bed. And if she's even woozy from the pain medication or whatever, she doesn't care. She's fucking finding that phone.
You get out and you walk into the hallway where the locker is, and you find the locker open.
Perfect. I'm going to take the phone out, and I'm going to call Miss Riley.
Everything except your gun is missing from it.
What the fuck? I ignore this. I'm just like, they must have just thrown my shit away. I'm calling Miss Riley.
Okay, your phone is missing too.
Oh, my phone's missing too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I take my gun out.
In the hospital.
Oh, yeah, she's not thinking right now. She is so, intent on finding out what the fuck is going on. She don't give a fuck. So she takes that, and she's looking for a nurse. Pretty much.
Okay. A nurse, you come to the reception desk holding your gun, and the nurse kind of like, hello, can I help? And she looks at the gun, and her eyes kind of widen. Because you took it out of the holster, right?
She just grabbed it. I mean, for all I know, she's just holding it in the holster.
Okay, she glances at it, but she doesn't have quite that reaction then. Can I
Yeah.
help you? Is something the matter?
Yeah. I came in here last night for some birds, and my clothes are gone. What did you guys do with them?
Oh, they should be in the locker right there.
They're not in that locker. The only thing in there was my gun.
She walks out into the hallway, and she goes to the locker, and she kind of stares at it for a moment. There was nothing in here. It was just your gun was in here.
Yeah, that's right. Just my gun.
Please wait here. She walks off, and she contacts security, who come and report that they didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
So you're telling me that
The locker just happens to be in the blind spot of the cameras, so that they can't see anyone who might have stolen them.
Oh, fuck it, I don't even care. Do you have some clothes I can get? I gotta get out of here. I got somewhere I gotta be.
Clothes? I suppose we might have something in our lost and found. You could have
Yeah, I don't even care what it is. Show me the way.
Okay. So they come back with a pair and a t-shirt.
Perfect. It works. Covers me. That's all that matters. Is my friend okay?
Oh yeah, she's still asleep.
Okay, perfect. Tell her to rest up and meet me back at our apartment. We're roommates together. Thank you. But I gotta go. Do you have a phone? By chance, my phone was missing too.
We have some payphones in the lobby.
Could I have a little bit of cash to make a call?
Make a persuasion manipulation.
Okay. Alright. Persuasion manipulation. I look at her and I'm gonna try to make a logical argument out of this. I'm still kind of incoherent. You know, I need to call somebody to come and pick me up. I mean, you don't want to be liable, right?
Oh, I can call someone for you.
I got somebody, you know, I'm supposed to meet him today anyway.
Okay, tell me their number. She goes behind her desk and...
Okay. I give her Miss Riley's number.
Okay, she dials the number in and hands the phone to you. It's on a wire.
Okay. I listen in and I'm just waiting for her to pick up and I'm like, pick up. I'm actually like vocalizing this too. Pick up.
Does she pick up? Let's see here. Odds or evens?
Odds.
She picks up. Hello?
Miss Riley.
Mm-hmm.
It's Youko. Hey, I need a favor from you. I know, I keep on asking for favors all the time, but I've seen something. And I mean it this time, I really did see something. I had this dream, and I saw this place, and there was these fucking weird ant people. Oh my god. Can you come and pick me up?
Sure.
Okay, I'm at the hospital, and I tell her the address.
I'll be right there. Just give me an hour.
Yeah. Take your time. I'm gonna go and, make sure my roommate is okay. Goodbye. And I hang up the phone. Can you show me where my roommate is at?
Oh, yeah, she's right over here, right next to you.
Okay. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna wait by Beth.
So, Beth, around this time, find yourself wandering down a series of hallways. The air is cold, and everything is the hallways are made out of stone, like almost like an ancient ruin or a mausoleum. In the distance, you hear the faint sound of weeping.
Okay. I guess I want to make sure that my shoes are laced, and I feel the cold stone floor. Is that stone floor as well?
Mm-hmm. It's cold. It's so cold. The shiver just like comes up your hand and just drains the warmth from you.
And it occurs to me that this whimpering might be somebody that I've harmed, so I start jogging that way, hoping to be, not run into them, but to get there at a very reasonable pace. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'll say, probably before I reach.
You don't see anyone, but as you say that, your voice just kind of echoes down the hall. And you just keep hearing it for just minutes. The weeping, and as you continue on, you realize it's coming from all around you, multiple multiple voices, all weeping and crying.
Okay, I guess I want to put my ear to the stone wall, trying to find where it's loudest, and pushing and pulling like a character from Tomb Raider or something on the stonework.
Give me a wits composure. And as you're doing this, a thick fog begins to roll through the hallways, eventually enveloping you.
It's hard to breathe. Wits, composure. Is this a composure roll to resist intimidation, subterfuge, or empathy?
No.
Oh. I really feel guilty. I really feel like this is important. So if this is related to finding who this person, where these voices are, where somebody I can help, I would like to use.
Okay.
That gives me 3 extra. 7. Two successes.
For a while, and you hear crying from all around you, but you hear faint shuffling off to your right, deeper into the fog.
Hello, hello.
A figure begins to come out of the fog, and you see your long dead grandma hop towards you. Oh, Beth, I've missed you. She begins walking towards you.
I will try to reach out for the fog is too much to be in between us, and wanting to hold her close.
And she touches you, and you touch her, and she's really there. It's really her, but she's so cold. Jesus Christ, you just find yourself just shivering as you hold her close. Oh, Beth, honey, I missed you so much. What a big girl you've grown up to be.
Oh, it's so cold in here. It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. Have you been well? Are you cold too?
You get used to it, honey. You get used to the cold down here. Oh, but Maya, look how strong, oh, these big muscles you have. Wow. Oh, I've missed so much, haven't I?
I think I'm the one who's missed things. I don't even know what. They're free. Can you see? Are you able to find your way? You mean
Dead.
what? Well, let's keep hugging then.
Oh, honey. Oh, Beth. She hugs you close until your shivering becomes utterly unbearable. And she kind of lets go, and I've been cold down here too, Beth, honey. I understand. I've been so cold. Perhaps you can tell me the story before you go? Story of happy times, something I missed, something from your life, Beth.
Oh, well, you know, I did really well in school. My parents were happy-ish, and I graduated, and it was really nice with all my friends there with me, and it was really good to end one chapter of my life and know that I was going to be doing something, better with my life after. And I'm still pointing in that direction. Yeah, a lot.
What are you going to be, Beth, honey?
Grammar, and I'm going to help people experience sound and stuff. I'll be able to go anywhere in the world on their computer, see all the sites they couldn't see otherwise.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, Beth. That sounds wonderful.
Is there anything I can do for you in life to help you while you're here with your coldness or with your discomfort? Anything at all?
No, Beth, there's nothing you can do for me. There's nothing you can do for any of us. And, she steps forward and she hugs you again. And that cold jolt suddenly causes you to wake up.
Do I notice her?
Blanket.
Little do you realize that you've completely forgotten about the graduation party that you had. The memory has...
Do I notice her wake up?
Beth's eyes flutter open. Gasps.
You're awake.
Is there a blanket?
You're under one.
It's so cold.
1 second. Maybe I can get you another one. Nurse, I say.
A nurse comes in.
My friend is kind of cold. Can you get another blanket?
Oh yeah, of course. She leaves.
Are you okay?
Oh, I guess. Yeah, my stuff got stolen, apparently.
Oh, that sucked.
Yeah, but it happens. I mean, I could be dead, right?
Yeah. Did you get a chance to talk to Raven? I had called her and I don't remember.
Oh, no. No, I'm not going to talk to her just yet. I have something I have to do.
Well,
Is it like the next day?
It is.
So did I? Because I was gonna go down there. Did I go down there?
Let's say you've been in the waiting room, and the nurse leaves, and you have a clearer shot into the door to Beth's room.
Okay.
If you want to sneak back there and come in.
All right. Yeah, I'll go and sneak back in there.
All right. Raven walks into the room.
I look towards a raven. You're here. When did you get here?
I've been here all night. They just wouldn't let me see you because I'm not family.
Right. Well, I hate to break the reunion short, but I gotta go.
Where are you going?
To, do a little bit of research, about something.
And, Beth, you've recovered your one lethal due to the expert care that you've been given. and you too are also going to gain the obsession condition.
What's my obsession?
It's the same thing as Youko's. Explore, learn occult. Or try and understand exactly what you saw in that dream. It felt more, you still remember the musty smell of the tunnels, the coldness of it.
Okay, I am about to say something that might depress some people here. Did we lose all the books in you having...
No, the books are still there.
Oh. Next one and have that ready. And I'm so sorry that we made you come all the way over here. It was so weird.
What happened?
You know, we were just scanning some pages of our books, and a fire started out of nowhere. And when we passed it, it like reached out for us, and there was someone that was mad at me, very angry. I swear I wasn't unconscious. I wasn't dreaming.
Oh no, it was real, all right. It was real. I looked towards Raven, and whatever the hell it was, it set the building on fire, and it was yelling her name, like it knew her.
It was yelling her name?
Yeah, Beth! Beth! Just like that.
Oh.
But it wasn't in a Beth, please help me. It was in a Beth, I'm really pissed at you. I want to burn you and destroy you. That's the vibe I got. And there was an incident when I was a kid, and there might have been somebody who died or something related to that, and maybe I caused it, and I don't quite know. I'm gonna have to look that up, and then I had a dream. I don't know what the dream means either. It's like totally different. Sorry, I'm babbling, huh?
Yeah, it's okay.
You had a dream too? You had a dream. You had a dream too. Am I hearing you right?
Well, yeah. Whatever
Was
the pain was.
wait? So you saw those thorns too? Then what did you see? What did you see exactly?
No, there was no thorns. I was inside some kind of mausoleum or something. Some of the stone floors and stone walls. Kind of with Laura Croft and stuff. Anyway, I guess everything reminds me of virtual gaming. But anyway, but my grandmother was there, and there was mist, and she was so cold. And she was all singing, that thing that maybe we all go experience that coldness that I was experiencing. Coldness, and it seemed like it was pretty lonely. And she needed a good memory, and I think she took it from me. I don't remember. I mean, I remember remembering, but now I don't remember what it was I remember.
That's weird. I saw something too, though. I met some things too. There were these fucking ant people. They're like really tiny little people, and they fucking robbed me. They took all of my stuff. Those bastards. They tricked me. I guess I stumbled into it is more appropriate, but fuck those guys. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, those are slightly different.
Raven, how are you reacting to all this?
Raven is just kind of slumped into kind of no idea now. Just feels like they've lost their minds so. And she doesn't have any idea what to even think of this or to what they're saying or anything. She's just kind of slumped down in the chair.
Yuko looks over to Raven and she says, "You had a dream too, right? What did you see?"
But I had a dream, yeah. I mean, what dreams all the time?
Yeah, but there must have been something, right? I mean, this can't just be a coincidence. That's not possible.
I think I just had a dream about my. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it didn't sound like your dream.
Okay, look, I gotta go. I'm meeting with Miss Riley. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you back at the apartment, actually. Have a good day. And she's gonna go out and wait for Miss Riley.
Okay. Beth and Raven, what do you guys do?
I'm making uncomfortable. I'm gonna try to women power through and say, Raven, thank you so much for coming here. I know it took you a while, and I know you have to go to work probably in a few hours. Thank you so much for coming and listening to each other on like that.
I think it's Monday, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes it is.
Yeah, I don't. The store's not open on Monday, so it's okay. Can you go home? Are you clear to go? Do you need me to take you home?
I think so. It was. My burns weren't as bad as Yoko's. Yuko's. Yoko. Nice.
Well, Youko just does whatever she's gonna do, so
Yeah.
you can't really help her very much. She doesn't really let anybody help her.
Well, she doesn't have her phone now. We don't even have that to call her on now. That's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about her.
And shit, there's gonna be. Oh, this hospital bill's gonna suck.
Well, we'll worry about the hospital bill when it comes.
Well, since the. Well, it's already gonna be taken. I guess I better start my Monday. Yeah, getting out of this place. Where's mine?
No, I'll take you home.
Thank you.
So you get discharged from the hospital, and as you guys are, when Miss Riley pulls up.
As she pulls up, as I see her pull up, I just practically rush the car. And I'm gonna say I just go into like a fucking an incoherent babble almost, as I'm just rapid fire just telling her everything that I saw. It's so fucking quick. I'm actually gonna say she's in such a rush that she goes back to speaking in Japanese without even realizing it. So she's just going at it, trying to tell her.
You Christ.
Well, uh, well, well, I get it. And I sit there for a second.
She starts driving, kind of like glancing, kind of with like a worried look on her face as she leaves the parking lot.
I saw something amazing. Huh.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not talking about some lines or, some of the other weird shit. No. This was something else. There were these thorns everywhere, and it smelled sweet. Like a summer almost. How you can just smell it. And there was this tower. And these people, these tiny little people, like ants. And they're kind of assholes, but that's besides the point. And she just sort of like sits there, just awestruck as she just stares forward blankly.
She kind of like glances at you. You gonna be okay?
Yeah, but I gotta know more. I ask her, have you seen those thorns? Huh? No.
No, I haven't. But I have seen a tower.
You've seen a
A
tower?
great tower made of bone.
Of bone? What? I don't understand, but okay, tell me about it.
Make a give yourself +2.
Manipulation what?
Manipulation persuasion +2. Are you still there?
Yeah, I was just doing a quick little calculation. I'm gonna add my last point of willpower. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. One of them is a 10. 4 successes.
I was at my uncle's grave. That's when I first saw it. One moment I was there, the next, the tower rose above me.
What happened?
Wheel till her hands are like knuckle white. It spoke to me.
What did it say?
It called to me.
They knew my
And it
name
signed
too.
my name.
They knew my name too. The little ant people, they knew me. I don't know how, but they knew me. Are you okay?
It's funny. You always said you would awaken.
They said that too, but I don't understand what they meant. What do you mean awaken? I mean, I woke up. But what does that even mean? I don't understand.
You're close, Youko. You're close to understanding. I can tell you that much.
So you do know more than you're telling me. I knew it. Okay.
Good job, Sherlock.
Oh, I get it. I'm a detective, Sherlock. Yeah, that's real funny. What do I need to
Where are we going?
What do I need to do? How do I get back there?
I wish I could answer that. I really do, Youko. In fact, a lot of people are asking that same question.
So they've seen those thorns too, then?
Arcadia, it's called, I suppose. I don't know much about it.
Arcadia.
The land of the Fae.
Fae. What?
Yeah, like the fairies of old.
You're joking, right? Well, actually, now that I think about it, they were kind of like some shit out of Alice in Wonderland. I guess. Maybe you're right. Maybe there is something to this whole Fae thing. But I gotta find my way back. You can take me wherever, I don't care. I just need to find it.
Find what? What are we looking for, Youko?
The answer. Whatever is in that tower.
She kind of like sighs and shrugs. I can take you to a few places. Sure.
Lead the way.
And she goes off onto the highway. And starts to pick up speed. And it's around this time that Beth and Raven
Well, what are you gonna do with your day? I think I'm just eat some, I don't know, microwave some soup or something. Raven, are you there?
You're muted.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I said you probably just need to rest.
Yeah. Maybe some more dreaming would be good too. Okay. So she'll make herself some soup and then she'll go right to bed very energetically. Like, energy to the bed to go to sleep.
Very good. What about you, Raven?
Raven is, I think, maybe gonna try to do some internet research again on, but this time, like, just randomly looking up things like, fire monsters and like random things that these guys have babbled off to her, because she is just lost and has no idea what to do and feels very alone.
You look up fire monsters and you see various of demons and Pokemon, and you look up people and you see various pictures of fairies. And what exactly are you searching for?
Like stories from of what's with these things.
Okay. Give me a occult intelligence. Yeah.
Occult intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. Nothing. Fuck.
Yeah, you find more pictures of Pokemon and various unrelated things.
Frustrated and throw herself on her bed and stare at the ceiling while she's, kind of petting Tobias to him about how ridiculous all of this is and how she has no idea what she should be doing.
And with Raven frustrated, Beth trying to get some sleep and driving off into destinations unknown. I think this would wrap it up here.
Sounds good to me. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now.